Do you want to see the exact moment where Ryan Garcia loses $20,000 cash? Errol Spence stares him down. Errol Spence bet Ryan Garcia. This is what we're going to talk about in this video. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Mouth wide open. Put his ass in the dirt. Look at Ryan Garcia's face. You see it on the screen. Hey, stop that cat. Man down. Tank says, shut your BA up. What does any of this mean? Let's talk about it. So Gervonta Tank Davis is the man from 130 to 140 pounds. It goes without saying. Tank is a showman. Tank is a boxer. He has skills, pure skills, but he also has the ability to knock you the out. I thought Rolly came out with a great game plan to not try to bombard Tank, because I think that would have been worse for Rolly. Because Rolly would have been, rushing his work. He lacked the experience at that level, etc. But Rolly came out smart. He tried to use his size, and he gave Tank something to think about, because we know Rolly has menacing power. He was bigger than Tank, and he sounded like he was chock full of confidence. So Ryan Garcia was in the crowd. Tank brings out a star-studded crowd. We know that. Tank has had Drake and Lil Wayne. Yeah, I'm saying, I had to cancel that. Like, I ain't tripping on nothing. I'm sipping on something in my home. Yeah, I'm at the Tank fight. He's had LeBron James and Errol Spence and Ryan Garcia, all these like A-list celebrities, right? Big names in sports and entertainment. And Tank brings out a good show. Ryan Garcia was wearing a tuxedo for whatever reason. Maybe he thought there was a dress code or something. And Danny Garcia was there. Errol Spence sat next to each other. That I love to see that. For just a quick sidebar, Danny Garcia fought Errol Spence, and there was no love lost. Two PBC fighters, two great welterweights. Danny decided to move up off the Errol Spence loss, and he's gonna fight against Jose Benavidez at 154. First fight there. I love it, and I genuinely like seeing that Danny Garcia just sitting next to Errol Spence Jr. It shows you that this is a gentleman's sport. No love lost between the two and that kind of thing. But behind them sat Ryan Garcia, and you guys seen Showtime Boxing did a Tank Davis and Rolando Romero epilogue for their all-access shoulder programming. For starters, Showtime and Fox, Premier Boxing Champs, PBC, are killing the game with the shoulder programming. It's funny enough, Eddie Hearn talked all this ish about Showtime, said they would be put out of business and put out of their misery within a year, 12 calendar months, because DAZN was coming. DAZN is coming to take over America and all that, to no avail. Now you don't even really hear about Eddie Hearn shows in America too much. And then the last guy he had that, had some power in the American stratosphere is Canelo, and he's coming off a bad loss, and he kind of just dipped out. We haven't really heard much from Canelo at the moment, other than he's fighting Triple G. So one thing about Showtime is they do the shoulder programming, and I love it. I love getting to see extra tidbits and BTS, behind the scenes stuff. And Eddie Hearn and DAZN copied the Showtime epilogue. I said that to say this. They have copied. After the Canelo, nobody was doing that until Showtime. Showtime won Emmys for their all access because they had Floyd and, great all accesses. And they won an Emmy for great shoulder programming. I think maybe even one of the Wilder ones got them recognition. They just had some great ones, right? And now all of a sudden, it's funny how people complain about you and say, I don't like this person or I don't like this business, but then they copy your every move. I get that all the time too, where people say, oh, I don't rock with Ego's channel, but then they copy my thumbnails, they copy my verbiage or intro or, whatever, style or whatever. So it's just funny. And that's exactly what happened with Showtime. Eddie Hearn threatened to put Showtime Boxing out of business, but then he's copying their moves. Showtime, they did a Tank fight on Sunday with Pitbull Cruz. They did a Floyd Mayweather fight on Sunday. Eddie Hearn started doing fights on Sunday. One of his fight cards after that was on a Sunday. PBC started doing these LED lights in the tunnel, walking out. Then I seen Eddie Hearn do it for the Canelo Bivol fight. And this epilogue that they show that they've been doing, this recent one was good with Tank and Rolly, and then Eddie Hearn copied that. But back on track, you get to see the exact moment where Ryan Garcia, his face when Tank brutally, and I mean brutal, it went viral per usual with Tank knockouts. It went viral. Tank knocked out Rolly Romero. And you see this look on Ryan Garcia's face like pure shock. And I bet it's twofold. Not only are you shocked because it's boxing and it's a shocking, emphatic, crazy knockout that wakes the whole crowd up. Because I've been there for Tank knockouts and the crowd just erupts. I've been there for Deontay Wilder, oh my God, from Tuscaloosa, Alabama knockout. The crowd just goes crazy because it just looked too crazy. It's not like, a TKO, like a quiet, it's not like there's different severities of knockouts. Someone get knocked down and, get back up and then they just can't take no more. When Tank and Wilder particularly fight, it's these fiery, crazy, explosive knockouts. It can happen at any moment, and that's what makes their styles very, very fun to watch, because you have to pay attention to everything that's happening, no matter what's happening. If they're up rounds, if the fight's even, if they're down round, like, you gotta watch. You don't want to blink. And you look on Ryan's face, and he just has his mouth wide open, pause, and I think it's twofold, because not only is he reacting to a shocking knockout, but he knows at that very moment that Errol Spence has beaten him. What do I mean? Errol Spence is a welterweight, Ryan's a lightweight. So they didn't actually fight, but they shook on it and they bet and decided to run that bet. Errol, of course, rocking with his fellow Black American, Gervonta Tank Davis, to beat Rolly. It was just a flat out straight bet. And then you have Ryan Garcia, who picked Rolly to win. And the thing that was it was just a weird move for Ryan Garcia, because Rolly has bashed Tank, Richardson Hitchens, probably Shakur Stevenson, and who else? Ryan Garcia. There's a sparring tape that came out of Rolly and Ryan Garcia, and Rolly gave Ryan Garcia a bloody nose, and some people were even saying he got the best of him, right? So it's funny that Ryan chooses to side with somebody that doesn't particularly like him. I remember Floyd Mayweather told TMZ, he says, Ryan saying he want to fight Tank. Don't mention Tank. You're not worthy of mentioning Tank. Fight my guy Rolly, and I'll give you $250K, and then I'll give you Tank on top of that. To this day, Golden Boy hasn't made good on that. Floyd, you can go to TMZ right now. Floyd said, I'll give you $250K, which is more than you've ever made, and I'll give you Tank for sure if you get past Rolly. Tank fought Rolly, but Ryan hasn't. So at that moment, Ryan knows he has lost big money, $20,000. It don't matter. I don't know how much money Ryan makes. I don't care how much he makes, but ain't nobody want to lose $20,000. You could be a billionaire and you don't want to go to a casino, the MGM, and they get you for $20,000. Some people are such competitors, they don't like to lose. But this epilogue shows it perfectly. And, Ryan Garcia, you get to see the look on his face. Errol Spence is so petty and so hilarious, because Errol Spence and Danny Garcia, they both turn around and just look at him because they know the man is out 20 stacks, out 20 racks because of this bet. And again, it's kind of a foolish bet because Tank was the favorite. Rolly doesn't really like you, but just because you have this quote unquote rivalry with Tank, you chose to go against him and kind of bet with your emotion, because the sports book had it right. The person that won was Tank Davis, and he was the favorite. But Ryan went against the grain, and he lost $20,000 for it. And he did pay Errol Spence, according to Errol Spence. Errol Spence did come out and say that. So that's the moment Ryan Garcia lost it all. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think of all these reactions to the pictures you see on the face, the thumbnail, in the comment section. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe to those videos. And I'm introducing Super Thanks right here on the official Boxing Ego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new interactive and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.